What's good, Washington fans? So today is day 8 of Washington football team training camp. We got some good news. Brandon Scherff and Scherff Payne are back and off of the COVID list. So that's good news to get our guys back. Hearing that Taylor Heinicke and Fitzpatrick both had solid days. This was Taylor Heinicke's best day so far of camp. I've heard that he's kind of been inconsistent and not that great in practice. But we know Taylor Heinicke, the quarterback, the kind of quarterback that he is an off-script quarterback. He's a guy when things break down, he improvises. You know, he'll do a spin move, duck his head under, and make plays. That's the kind of guy that he is. So some guys are not the best in practice, but they're really, really better under the lights when things break down, things happen, and they improvise, and they make off-script plays, you know, running out of the pocket, things like that. But Fitzpatrick, from what I've heard, is winning the quarterback competition. He most likely is like 99% that he is going to be the day one starter. And a lot of people have said that from day one, that this is not a competition. But I think, you know, Ron has given Heinicke some chances. And there's still some preseason games to go. But most likely, I think 99% or 90% right now is Fitzpatrick's job to lose. And he'll be our day one starter. He's playing well so far from what I've heard in practice. He has good connection and rapport with Terry McLaurin and Logan Thomas, De'Ami Brown, all the other guys. So, but let's, you know how it goes. We go into the people who are not at practice today or on the sidelines. Curtis Samuel's still on the COVID list so far. And somebody else is on the COVID list. I can't remember who the other guy is, but I know David Sharp is on the COVID list still. So those are the only two guys left on the COVID list. And the vaccination rate has gone up. So guys are back at practice now. So that's good news too. Nicky Jarvala says, yeah, only David Sharp and Curtis Samuel are the only ones on the COVID list left right now. Charles Leno was not at practice today per sources, excused to tend to a personal matter. Sammy's Reyes, Matt Ioannidis, Keith Ishmael, Shaka Tony were on the side field with trainers, so they did not participate in practice. Rhiannon Walker said first 11 versus 11. John Allen and Scherff Payne are back together at DT, so that's great news. We get the nasty defensive line back. Rhiannon Walker says Bobby McCain and Landon Collins were your safeties on the first 11 versus 11 drill. Zach Selby says Terry McLaurin gets a grab from Ryan Fitzpatrick with William Jackson III giving tight coverage, and the wide receiver wins this round. So Terry McLaurin doing Terry McLaurin things. Zach Selby said that was a crisp series by Fitzpatrick in the offense. Completed all his passes. Antonio Gibson had a great run for about a 15-yard gain. So Fitzpatrick was on the money today, had a solid practice. Rhiannon Walker says Stevenson with a nice release off the line and blows by Jimmy Moreland on a seam route. Taylor Heinicke hits him in stride for a 20-yard gain. Chase Young approves, says good shiggity 1-5. So Steven Sims has had a good camp. Like I keep saying, in the last couple of practices, I've been saying the same thing. The man is talented. He's super fast, very shifty, but he's got to catch the football. Some guys are very good in practice. I mean, he was really good that rookie year, and we all thought he was going to make that leap, and he was very disappointed last year. So we'll see if he might fool around and make the roster. He just might. I doubt he makes it, but he's playing really well. I think he's a guy that will get released or cut, and he'll be picked up on waivers by like the Eagles or an NFC East team. You know, the Giants working out Josh Doxson. You know, they do stuff like that. So that's what I got a feeling that's what's going to end up happening. The Eagles will probably pick up Steven Sims right before game one or something like that. They did the same thing with Robert Davis as well when we released Robert Davis. Rhiannon Walker says Tim Settle came barreling through the middle of the line on the last play to sack Taylor Heinicke. Believe he beat Tyler Larson to get there. So shout out to Tim Settle. Probably did that penguin dance. Rhiannon Walker says another practice where Kyle Allen is not in uniform. He's on the sidelines, meaning more third-team reps for Steven Montez. There's a lot of Steven Montez fans out there. Can't wait to see him in preseason. Dax Milne works a comeback route and picks up a first down. Steven Montez with a nice throw there. No drops or incomplete passes in the first round of 11 versus 11 drills from Rhiannon Walker. She says the second round, the defense is making a comeback with consecutive sacks. First, Chase Young beats Cornelius Lucas with a speed rush on the first rep. Then Jonathan Allen reaches Ryan Fitzpatrick for a sack on the next play. So John Allen coming back, making his presence known, and Chase Young beating Cornelius Lucas. Cornelius Lucas was taking first-team reps at left tackle since Charles Leno was out with personal reasons. Rhiannon Walker says we're in 9 versus 9. Steven Montez drops the ball right over Danny Johnson's head and into Dax Milne's hands on the left sideline. David Botto with a good push up the middle, probably gets the sack on it. Montez did move out of danger, so you know maybe it would have been a touchdown pass in a real game. Matt Paris says Jamin Davis is very much on track to see a lot of playing time, but coaches aren't anointing him yet. There are some days that John Bostic still receives first-team reps in nickel, and this is one of those days. So interchanging, trying to figure things out, see how Jamin Davis fits. We'll see him in preseason too. I'm excited to see him in preseason. and see how he plays. But Cole Holcomb said today that Jamin Davis is very, very fast, and we already know that. John Conn says just now, defensive back coach Chris Harris to Ben St. Juice after covering Cam Sims says that Shiggity is locked down. Nice job. So nice play by Ben St. Juice there. JP Finlay says, I think Fitz just threw a no-look pass, was looking downfield and threw the dump off to McKissick and flat was weird / cool. So Fitz Magic, that's a Fitz Magic play. No-look pass. JP Finlay says, after 2 days in full pads, Washington is back in shells today. I expect pads and some good contact tomorrow night for the FedEx practice and fans to get a bit of a show. So I hope whoever's going to the practice, hope you guys have a good time. You know, make sure you have a good time, vlog or whatever. You know, I'm going to be checking it. If they show the practice on YouTube, I'm going to try my best to watch the practice on YouTube live or something like that. Zach Selby says, Gibson opens red zone drills with a showing of how his vision has improved. He bounced the play outside and scampered upfield for a decent gain. So Antonio Gibson showing that burst. No concerns about the turf toe. Rihanna Walker says, well, that was easy. Second play of the second 11 versus 11 period. Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a quick pass to Terry McLaurin. He sat down just outside the end zone, catches the ball, and turns upfield for the touchdown. So the Fitz Magic and Terry McLaurin connection is still going. Love to see it. Next play, Taylor Heinicke's turn. Runs a bootleg to the left side. Ricky Seals-Jones comes all the way across. The formation has Jeremy Reeves trailing him. Heinicke hits him in stride for the touchdown. So Heinicke had a good day, hitting Ricky Seals-Jones, another guy who's fighting for that tight end position between him, Tamarick Hemingway, and John Bates for that last spot on the tight end position. Taylor Heinicke, you know, using the bootleg, using his legs. I like to see it. Rihanna Walker says, we can debate whether Peyton Barber would have reached the end zone on the next run, but he showed good patience and vision while he waited for the hole to open before running up the gut for a touchdown. So we already know what Peyton Barber does. He gets that 1 yard touchdown run. That's all we need. He gets it done. Rihanna Walker says, also noticing Eric Flowers playing left guard with the ones. Ryan Fitzpatrick tried getting to Antonio Gibson, but John Bostic stayed with it and was able to force the incompletion. Ball was a touch high, so Bostic got his hand in there. So Bostic making a good play in coverage. That's what I want to see. I like seeing that too. Rihanna Walker says, J.D. McKissick takes a handoff, runs behind Eric Flowers, and gets Skinny to score the touchdown. J.D. McKissick is a great third down back. He played really well for us last year. Rihanna Walker says, first play for the twos. Taylor Heinicke looks and looks. The defense has all his options blanketed, so he climbs the pocket and runs it in himself. So that's where he's really good, as we saw the legend of Taylor Heinicke, him diving into the end zone against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We know the T-shirts now. That's where he really is off script, and he can scramble. He's a good scrambling quarterback. So that's where it showed right there on that play. Calvin Harmon was not in a jersey today, was chatting with Terry McLaurin on the sideline, and maybe I'm missing him, but I haven't seen Cam Curl. So Cam Curl was reportedly out with an illness from Ron Rivera. He did not practice today, but he should be back tomorrow. Rihanna Walker says, another round of 11 versus 11. First play, Jimmy Moreland comes on a cornerback blitz and gets to Ryan Fitzpatrick clean. So I'm hearing a lot of cornerback blitzes and safety blitzes in practice. I said that yesterday. We did it from time to time. You know, I saw Landon Collins coming for a blitz on Andy Dalton before he got hurt, and then Cameron Curl did get to Daniel Jones. So I think we will use some of those safety blitzes a little bit more with Landon Collins coming back and being healthy. Rihanna Walker says, next play, the offense makes it as Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a laser to Terry McLaurin, showed him his numbers, and beat William Jackson, the third inside. So that battle is really good right now. It looks like Terry McLaurin's been winning that battle against William Jackson, the third, because I hear Terry McLaurin scoring a touchdown every single day. Rihanna Walker says, now the next play, well, De'Ami Brown got inside on Kendall Fuller on the same kind of play. The difference being Landon Collins was waiting back, and in a real game would have lit him up. So Landon Collins being in the right place at the right time. Next play, Antonio Gibson was sent out wide and matched up against Jamin Davis, plants his foot and beats Jamin Davis on the slant and runs for a nice gain. So Antonio Gibson showing that shiftiness. Love to see it. Next play, Steven Montez with one of the best throws of the day, goes looking for Tony Brown, going deep and lofts it up down the left sideline. Steven Montez sighting. Steven Montez, I like it. Trey Apke was in coverage in good position, but doesn't get his head around fast enough to locate the ball, and Tony Brown gets under it for the big play. So even Tony Brown, he's not going to make the roster, maybe practice squad. He's a solid wide receiver. Steven Montez then follows that up by throwing behind De'Ami Brown, who stops on a dime and catches it with one hand for a nice game. That was a nice catch. I can imagine. I can just see it now. A beautiful catch by De'Ami Brown. Steven Montez throwing it behind him. De'Ami Brown makes the adjustment and gets the catch. Rihanna Walker says, we're goal line now. Defense says they're not getting it in by running. A lot of talking, and the defense has held the offense out on a consecutive run. Well, the offense throws it from the 1 yard line. Terry McLaurin comes across the back of the end zone and beats William Jackson the third for a touchdown. So another Terry McLaurin touchdown there. Taylor Heinicke in the twos, and he throws it up high to John Bates working against Khalid Hudson. We haven't heard much from John Bates in the last couple of days. Bates times it perfectly, goes up and picks it out of the air, gets both feet down. Logan Thomas has his arms and calls it for the TD. So if you look at John Bates, some of his film and his highlights, you see how much of a leaper he is. He's very athletic for his size, that he can get up. He caught a lot of passes where he had to jump in the air and go get them. Did play basketball in high school too. Randall Walker says offensive lineman Rick Leonard comes up limping at the end of the first 11 versus 11 rep. So hope he's okay. Zach Selby said this might be one of the most efficient days I've seen from Fitzpatrick and Heinicke all camp. They've both been on the money today. Zach Selby says, man, Montez Sweat is explosive. He burst into the backfield and got an arm on McKissick to help stop the play for no gain. Randall Walker says Cole Holcomb with consecutive good plays. First one snuffs out a run by Antonio Gibson to the right of the line for either no gain or loss. Second one in coverage against Logan Thomas was right with him, and Thomas is unable to bring the pass in. So good plays from Cole Holcomb. He's had a solid camp as well. Next play from Rhiannon. Ben St. Juste gets matched up against Terry McLaurin, runs with him, and Ryan Fitzpatrick throws it that way. Along the left sideline, McLaurin looks to have it, but St. Juste sticks with it and forces the incompletion. Chris Harris is very pleased. We know how hyped Chris Harris gets. So Ben St. Juste playing very well against Terry McLaurin. And then Rhiannon says, woo, Taylor Heinicke goes for it on his first rep of the final period. Steven Sims gets behind Darryl Roberts, who never turns his head to find the ball, and Steve Sims speeds to get under the ball for the 20-yard catch. So Steve Sims making another nice play there for a 20-yard catch. And then she says, oh boy, Taylor Heinicke with a back shoulder pass to DeAndre Carter, who's working against Jimmy Moreland. Carter locates the ball, jumps up for it, and Moreland carries him just across the goal line for the touchdown. Steve Sims is hype. Randy Jordan says, you're too little. Like, you're too small. You're too small. But, you know, Steve Sims and DeAndre Carter, they're both having really solid camps. They're both small, shifty guys. Randall Walker says the final 3 plays of practice, Troy Apke nearly intercepted Steven Montez. Next play, broke up a pass to the corner. Last play, Steven Montez under heavy pressure, lofts up one up to Isaiah Wright in the end zone, who catches the touchdown on 4th down to close practice. So Steven Montez, it sounds like all the quarterbacks had good days today. Even Steven Montez was out there balling, throwing a pass for a touchdown out there on Troy Apke. So Steven Montez, the last 2 practices, he threw interceptions to end practice. Now this time, the 3rd time is the charm, and he finally gets a touchdown at the end of the practice because he's on the 3rd string or 4th string. Nikki Javala says Ron Rivera said Cam Crow had an illness, nothing serious. Another note from Lake Lewis: Steven Sims has really come on over the past few practices, has made a couple of plays that have stood out today. That the wide receiver room decisions and cuts that will have to be made will be tough to call. So this is from Pete Haley. He says Taylor Heinicke is seeing the Matrix today. Best day of his camp, I'd say, and it may not even be close. So I mean, hey, we'll see. Ron Rivera said on Cole Holcomb, he really has made some big strides this year. You see him playing with a little more discipline. You don't see him biting as hard on plays. So I do want to see that from Cole Holcomb this year. I think every year he's got better. His rookie year was solid. He got even better. The second year, blowing up Ezekiel Elliott and getting that sack on Andy Dalton. Love to see that from Cole Holcomb too. So Taylor Heinicke had a good day. He had a good day. Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably most likely going to win the job, but it's good to know that we have a solid backup in Taylor Heinicke that can come in and relieve Ryan Fitzpatrick if he does have a bad day, if he is Fitztragic. We know we got a good backup that can come in and Taylor Heinicke. So both quarterbacks played well. Tomorrow is the practice. So we'll see if we can get some updates from there. I know a lot of you guys are going to be there. I hope you guys have fun and have a good time. Now, I know they made the rules now that you can't wear the Native American stuff there. It is what it is. But whatever. So I'll try to, we'll see if they show, hopefully they show something online. I do want to see it myself. Won't be able to be there, but let me know if you guys are going. Hope you guys have a great time. Hail to the football team. Peace.